Hi dears, welcome to mathematics class. The topic of our lesson is similar irrational numbers. Similar irrational numbers are the numbers that have same irrational factors or parts. For example, 3 square root of 5 and 7 square root of 5 are similar irrational numbers. You see, there is square root of 5 and square root of 5 are the same, but this rational part or the number part is different, like 3 and 7. But the important thing is, because the irrational part is same, we call them irrational numbers. Similar irrational numbers, because their irrational parts are equal. And also 3 125 under square root and 7 and 5 under square root are similar. We see at the first look it looks like they are not similar. But we can convert, we can make, or we can change this to one of them equal to the another. Irrational numbers. We can make the first one similar to the second as follows. This first one is 3 square root of 125. Now we can factor this one into two factors of 3 square root of 25 times 5. 25 times 5. Then 25 times 5 is 125. And because both of them are under the same square root, we can factor one or both of them. Like factorable 3 times, if you take the square root of 25 is 5. And here remaining only the square root of 5. Now 3 times 5 is equal to 15. 15 is square root of 5. See, we convert 103 square root of 125 to 15 square root of 5. Now this one, this is the first one. It becomes 15 square root of 5, and there's 7 square root of 5. Because their irrational parts are the same, we tell you that they are similar irrational numbers. It means that the 7 and the square root of 5 is similar to 3 square root of 125. I repeat for you. Similar irrational numbers. Similar irrational numbers are the numbers that have same irrational parts, irrational factors. For example, 3 square root of 5 and 7 square root of 5 are similar irrational numbers, because their irrational parts are equal. 5 under square root is equal to 5 under square root. And just this is the irrational part of both. But it doesn't matter that it should be 3, 4, 5, any number, but the important thing is that the irrational point must be equal to each other. We tell that they are similar, because their irrational parts are equal. And also 3 square root of 125 and 7 square root of 5 are similar irrational numbers, we can make the first one similar to the second one as follows. 3 square root of 125 is equal to 3. We can factor 125 into 2 factors of 25 times 5 under square root, and that is equal to square root of 25 is 5. 3 times 5 square root of, here remaining only 5. 3 times 5 is 15 square root of 5. Now because this is 15 square root of 5 and this one is 7 square root of 5, the irrational parts are same or equal, so they are similar irrational numbers. For addition and subtraction of irrational numbers, converting irrational numbers to similar irrational numbers are absolutely necessary. As a result, we can only add and subtract similar irrational numbers. It means that if the irrational numbers are not equal or similar, we cannot add and subtract them. I repeat, for addition and subtraction of irrational numbers, we converting irrational numbers to similar irrational numbers are absolutely necessary. As a result, we can only add and subtract similar irrational numbers. Example, add 128 under cubic root plus 54 under cubic root. You know that now 128 and 54 are different numbers, they are not similar. Now we try if we can convert them to the similar irrational numbers, okay? Otherwise we cannot add and subtract them. Now what we do for the method of converting them is we factor these numbers separately. First of all, we factor 128. We know the factoring of the numbers from very previous lessons. 128, we draw a line to the left side of that, and also 54 separately. We start from the 2. It is divisible by 2 because the first letter is, the first number is even. So 6 to 12, 6 to 12, and 4 times 2 is 8. Again 2, 3 times 2 is 6, 2 times 2 is 4. 2, 1 times 2 is 2, here 12, 6 times 2 is 12. Again 2, 8 times 2 is 16. 2, 4 times 2 is 8. 2 times 2 is 2, and 1 times 2 is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we do 2 by 2, 2, 2. Because this is the power of 3, we should make this into 3 parts. 2 times 2 is 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4. And 1, 2 is extra. Now we factor this one, 2, 2 to 4, 7 to 24. Now there is not more divisible by 2. Now because the total number of digits is 2 plus 7 is 9, we can divide this by 3. 9 times 3 is 27. 3 times 3 is 9, and 1 times 3 is 3, and there is 3 and 1 2. Now what we can do, we can write this one, the 128, instead of 128 we can write 4 times 4 times 4, 4 to the power of 3, 4 to the power of 3, 1 2 3. 4 times 4 times 4 is 4 to the power of 3 times, here is 2, times 2 under the cubic root plus this one, 3 to the power of 3 times 2 under the cubic root. Now is equal to the power of 3 cancel with the cubic root, and here remaining only 4 outside the cubic root, 4 times here remaining only 2 under the cubic root, plus here the power of 3 is opposite the cubic root. This is 1 over 3 and this is 3. 1 over 3 times 3 is 3 over 3. 3 over 3 is 1. 3 to the power of 1 is equal to 3. 3 and the cubic root of 2. And because now they are similar irrational numbers, cubic root of 2 and cubic root of 2. Now 4 plus 3 is equal to 7 cubic root of 7 cubic root of 2. For addition and subtraction of irrational numbers, converting irrational numbers to similar irrational numbers are absolutely necessary. As a result, we can only add and subtract similar irrational numbers. Example, add 128 under the third root or cubic root plus 54 under the cubic root. Now what we should do, we should, must factor them. 128 factor the 2 is 64, 32, 16, 8, 4 and 2. And here's 7, 2. Now 1, 2 is extra, and 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 2 is 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, because there is this power is also 3. And here 2 to 4, 7 to 24, and 7 to 14, 3, 9 times 3 is 27, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 1 is 3. Now 3 times 3, 3 to the power of 3 times 2. Now we can write 4 to the power of 3 times 2 under the cubic root plus 3 to the power of 3, because there is 3 times 3, 3 is equal to 3 to the power of 3 times 2 under the cubic root. And this is equal to the cubic root is cancelled with the power of 3, here remaining only 4 out of the root, times 2 under the cubic root plus 3 to the power of 3 cancelled with the third root or cubic root, here the 3 coming out of the root, and here only remaining 2 under the cubic root. Under the cubic root. Now 3 plus 7, because this is 2 under the cubic root and this is also 2 under the cubic root, they are similar rational numbers. So this is equal to 3 plus 4 plus 3 is 7, 2 under the cubic root, or the root of 3. Thank you for watching our video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share the video with your family and friends, and please press the notification bell to get notified for more videos. Have a great and wonderful day and night. Bye bye.